We are live. We are live. I'm so excited. I have this beautiful, incredible guest today, Dr. Nebila Dhieb. Welcome. I'm so happy and honored to have you with me this morning.
The pleasure is mine, Hynd. It's absolutely amazing to be here. Thank you for the invite.
It's the same thing. You are such an incredible woman, and you are exactly what everybody. You have the response to all the questions that every woman has, whether it is in career, in their professional life, in how they just find the balance in their own life and stop worried if somebody's going to notice me, somebody is going to see me, somebody is going to maybe one day promote me, maybe one day validate me. And so it's going to be a fascinating conversation today. So welcome everyone to new leadership series episode. We will be talking with Dr. Nebilah, who is a leadership coach, excellence coach, and you just received a beautiful award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I was, to be honest, very happy with this last award. It's not the first on my feather on my cap, but this one has a particular meaning. It's the 40th leadership conclave by White Page International, based in London. So this time it took place in Riyadh. And the topic, oh my God, the topic, women in leadership and the secret sauce, especially for ladies in business and technology. I took part in a panel and I was awarded like a spot amongst the top 200 global leaders
Amazing.
in leadership.
Wow.
So inspirational leaders, right?
Inspirational, and you are. Well, it's such an honor to have you. Welcome, and it's amazing. And thank you for giving us the time today. So, is there a secret sauce, really, to leadership?
To give a straight answer, yes, there is a secret sauce. The thing is, it's not the same sauce your mom and my mom used to make or used
That's so
to
true.
do. My mom never set foot at school, but she was the greatest leader. God bless her. She's gone now,
Yes.
but she taught me all the lessons about leadership that she learned from the school of life. So it's not the six. So to go back to your answer, to your question, sorry, the answer is yes, there is a secret sauce, but it's a sauce that is updated. It's a sauce that has gained the flavors and flow and upgrades and updates in modern world. Today's world is different from anything we've seen even 5 years ago, even 10 years ago. And it's bound that the sauce will have to update and upgrade if it's going to remain palatable and convenient and functional.
And functional, yeah.
About practicality. And functional for working women, for professionals in today's world.
So, from your experience, and I know you have coached more than 150 high-profile women through your career to accelerate their careers, and what is the trend? What do you see that could be the main blockage for women to elevate their career?
In a nutshell, it's this space that it's this gap that exists between how we've been trained in life, by family, by society, and so on, which is be humble, wait until you are told to come forward. It's all of these principles that are embedded in our psyche, in our subconscious mind. And then now today's world requires that you come forward, that you become visible. Nobody is going to give you a hand.
You need to stand up. You need to have a voice. Yes.
Exactly. On the other hand, the space that exists between what even the best schools in the world in business and so on, what they prepare us for, they prepare us to study hard, find a spot in a good company, and you will be pushed through the system, through the organization ladder, and everything will be fine. You will be leader. Surprise, surprise.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Exactly. Yeah.
So there is a new reality that requires new solutions for especially women.
Yes.
And it's a combo of mindset. There's mindset work that needs to happen. There are certain paradigms that we need to put to rest, say goodbye to.
Reprogram to change. Yes,
Yes, and
yeah.
thank you
Put to
very
rest.
much.
I love the way you say it because it's not erasing, because you can't erase anything, but you just could put them aside. Yeah.
Yeah, and then replace with the things that are going to help you support your confidence for one. Accepting that visibility is not bragging; it's positioning. Accepting that when you show up on LinkedIn, you are not showing up. You're not putting your face out there for anything else other than position yourself in your industry. And then there is the other part, which is so the mindset, the confidence, the clarity in a word which is swamped by information. People are getting lost, getting distracted. The devil is doing a greater job at distracting people. So there's the mindset to calm down the mind, to become laser focused, to find the clarity in this chaotic where everybody
Reality.
is trying to
Yes.
grab a piece of your attention, the
Mhm.
scroll syndrome. And then there is the segment which I call the skill set. The skill set, these are skills we haven't been trained in, but they are essential, like industry positioning.
Mhm.
Do you know your industry? Nobody's going to do this. Industry positioning, LinkedIn
Mhm.
visibility, your
That's right.
communication and leadership skills, your
Mm.
negotiation skills, salary negotiation skills. I
Yeah,
mean, we
you have
have
to do that. Yeah.
we have numbers that speak for themselves today, like more than 50%. In fact, I think the accurate number is 62, is it, in the GCC,
Mhm.
of women who accept the first offer that's given to them.
Yeah.
And
Because they worry that they will take it away from them if they negotiate. And
yeah,
often
but
fear will stop them.
in my experience, no offer has ever been, recent, if or withdrawn when the woman said, "Hey, can we negotiate the
I
salary?"
agree. Yeah. So
If
I
the
think that's a good message for everyone watching us today. It's like negotiate. Whenever they give you something,
absolutely,
ask for more. Be
absolutely, the
bold.
first offer
Yeah.
is the HR offer. It's the
Yeah.
lowest.
It
Yeah,
is always the lowest. Exactly.
correct.
So be bold.
94%.
Mm.
94, exactly 94% of employers expect the employee to negotiate, yet 84% do not negotiate.
Incredible. That's incredible. So they give you a number, they wait for you to tell me I want more, and you're like, okay, I'm taking it.
And I'm
Wow.
so glad I got her at a lower deal.
That isn't that incredible? And we see nothing in this behind the scene. Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So what is it that is lacking for women to be able to stand bolder and actually more understand that they deserve more and they can speak for it? What is it? What is that missing?
they, they need the help. They need a roadmap. They need a step-by-step process. Women
Mhm.
are quick to learn. They learn quickly. I mean, the way I see them, you give them the roadmap, you show them how to do it, they'll
They do
run with
it.
it.
Yeah.
But this, as there's no curriculum for this
Ah,
in the official formal school system or
so true.
anything, so training is essential. Training. We're talking about training.
And training, it's like not the traditional one. It's like adding this new understanding that is needed for women to be able to stand up and have a voice with more confidence.
Absolutely, it's
Mhm.
continuous learning. It's every time move a step ahead
Mhm.
to consolidate your confidence, to clarify your goals. And once you hit a goal, then what to do next? It's
Mm.
this thing about knowing ourselves so well
So well.
that we can navigate our way. We can give ourselves direction
Yes.
without waiting for a boss to give us go ahead, you deserve to be director, or waiting, although it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but you
Uh-huh.
don't have to wait for
Don't
approval
have to
for
wait. Yeah,
anybody.
that's so true. You said something so important. You said when you speak, you position yourself in the industry. And I think that very sentence of positioning yourself is the one that people, or women, mostly we're talking about female leadership, they need to own, because no one is going to come and give you, hey, you can get this position in the industry. You need to go and get it and grab it and keep it and insist on keeping it. And that's what's missing we think that somebody would choose us to have that position. How do you help women embody this understanding that they are the one to position themselves and no one else?
Listen, just as you said it, nobody's going to come. I mean, I have faith in human nature and the good intentions of everyone, but nobody has the time to take care of your career. Your career is your own business.
Mm.
You take care of your career, it takes care of you. Today, looking at career, like I believe in entrepreneurial career, meaning you look at your career like this is your own business. It's
Mm.
not. It's high time we let go of old beliefs that, oh, it's a career. I'm gonna spend 40 years and be loyal in the company, and I'm going to be rewarded, and everything's gonna be fine.
No, you won't.
Your dad did that.
No.
Probably
Mm.
your dad did that, or your mom did that. She was in the education or this, and that's the system. That's
Mm.
it's no longer.
Mm.
Today, it's very agile, very moving, very fluid. The opportunities are everywhere. The rules of the game are no longer the same. Before,
Mm.
it's have a doctoral degree, you are placed here. Today, you can have a doctoral degree. That's great if that's something you want.
You want,
But
yeah.
you can find somebody who is more agile, younger, probably with less than half your degrees, and they are up and up and
Going
up,
higher, yeah, flying. Yeah.
and they can easily outperform.
Because
So
the
these are
norms are
new
different.
rules. It's about mindset. It's no longer
Yeah.
about degrees and credentials and so. They're important degrees. You and I know we burned the night's oil
We
doing
know
those
that.
PhDs.
Yes, we did. So we spent nights working. Nights,
Yeah,
yeah. But we
very
loved every part
important.
of it. I loved every part of it. I think if I look back, I'm like, this probably were one of my favorite moments in my whole life, the learning thing.
Yeah.
I have a lot of hello, Nebraska. Nebraska, it's her birthday, so we're gonna celebrate her birthday. She's saying hello.
Hey. Happy
Alison is saying that
birthday.
this resonates so deeply. It does resonate. So, Dr. Nabila, you help women and in health in career and making quantum leap. I love that word into more impact. So, what is it that needs to for everyone if somebody's watching us and like what do I need to do to reprogram myself to have new habits that brings me those exponential results? How do you help women
Right.
with that?
Let me put it this way.
Mhm.
Coaching is great, but
Mhm.
coaching in and by itself is not going to make the quantum leap happen. I tend to be very direct in my answers.
Mhm.
What you need is a combination. The way women in the GCC, in the Arab world, in the MENA region in general, and even in the rest of the world, I have even international students, and it applies the same. They need a combination of mindset
Mhm.
and skill set. There's the mindset work, the inside out reprogramming, because what you are seeing in your reality is reflecting exactly what's going on inside your mind. If you don't,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
right. And then a roadmap that provides you with what needs to happen inside, the changes that need to happen inside, and also at the same time, the things that need to happen outside. Your LinkedIn profile,
Okay.
your positioning. If
Okay.
you, I have, like, it's up to you where you want to position yourself. You want to be amongst the top 3%. That's positioning. There is a way of doing it. You want to be a little bit behind the scene, maybe a second person in the company, and because you don't want the light. That's, I mean, all of these are valid, goals. So first of all, it's about clarifying what is it that you want, and depending on that, there's going to be a roadmap that is customized to you. But basically, it needs these two segments. It's
Mm,
80% mindset work that needs
absolutely.
to happen.
Yeah.
And there, of course, inside the 80%, there are different steps and different modules, and there is the 20% the skill set, what needs to happen on the outside, how you communicate, and it's about leadership communication skills, it's about your interview skills, it's about your network is your net worth. How
Mhm.
do you connect
How
with
do you
people?
connect with people? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
your LinkedIn profile,
Mhm.
and a lot of people are not even aware, but you look at their LinkedIn and it says, I'm middle manager, mid career person. I belong in the specialist or expert place, and that's fine. If everybody is seeing that, they're going to offer you something
Whatever
similar.
is a match for that. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you position as, hey, look, I have the potential for leadership, that's a
Mhm.
different story, because the operational
Mhm.
space, the space where people are doing the work themselves,
Mhm.
like in the execution part, that's a different ball game from being in leadership. And the problem with the majority of
Mhm.
women, as I see it, it's how do I cross this glass ceiling and break this glass ceiling to move from an execution
Yes.
role
Uh-huh.
into a leadership
A
role?
leadership role. Absolutely.
Rather than doing the things by myself,
Yeah.
now I'm going to lead teams to do what I was so good at doing. And it's
Mm.
not obvious and it's not evident
Of
that you're
course
going
it's
to be, because you were a good strategist, that if you become a leader in strategy, or the CSO, the chief strategy officer, that you are going to do it. It needs a whole set of other skills. So that's in a nutshell, mindset and skill set.
I
You
love
need a
this.
step-by-step roadmap to be
Yeah.
able to make that quantum leap. And I've seen it times and again with my students. Myself, I 10x my results. I mean, I was a university professor.
Ah, I know. I'm so proud of you. That sounds like you are incredible. Exactly. You because you walk the walk and you tell them, hey, I'm doing it. You can do it too. Yes.
Absolutely, and they can do it. Every time you do the same thing, I mean, what does Einstein say? If you keep doing the same thing and
And if you
expect
don't
different
quit,
results,
you
that's
will. And if you never quit, results become inevitable. But if you quit halfway, then don't you ask and wonder why. And this is what happened, unfortunately. A lot of time people give up before they can even come close to seeing any results because they
two
think,
feet from gold. 2 feet from gold. They
I
quit.
know. They do. They do because it feels like it's taken too long. It feels like maybe it's not working. But that's the mindset. And this is why, even in our method, BAL method, it's like believe in yourself. Believe in yourself so much that it's just unshakable. Like there is nothing that changes that believe, even if it's take too long, you believe. You got to stay believing and taking action in the same time. But the moment you stop believing, then there is no need to do anything. No.
Exactly.
Always say the success is not working harder, and I think that's the old paradigm of you need to work hard, but it's like how do you, what do you feel, what is the feeling when you do what you do? You got to be feeling differently. That's the
The feeling
mindset.
is everything.
Feeling, yes, yes. It's true. It's everything, and yet we don't talk about it. It's like, meaning when you're in the corporate world, you're like, okay, feeling, you're like, what is she talking about? It's true. Yeah. How do you bring that? I know you talk about feeling because this is something that you know. How do you bring this part of emotions? Tell me.
It's in the mindset. Your mind. What does it mean? Your mindset. You are not. Listen. If because this is how we understand ourselves. I mean, what's the first thing that humankind has been told? Know thyself. Know
No.
thyself. Know yourself. If you don't know yourself, there's no way you are going to be able to lead it, let alone lead others. If you
That's
don't
true.
know how you tick, if you don't know what worries you, what bothers you, what disappoints you, what makes you happy, what makes you there, I mean, all of us know those moments where you think about something and there's a project and all of a sudden you're feeling all in and you want to spend day and night. You could be spending endless nights without a sleep, and yet it feels like you are fresh every morning.
That's true.
What makes that woman lift a car, an old lady 75 years old, lift a car because her grandson just was under. Where does that courage, that oomph,
Strength,
that,
power.
that
Yeah,
power comes
yeah.
from. We have limitless potential.
We do. We
And
really
if
do.
we don't believe in that, then just ask
Then we
yourself,
switch it off. If we don't believe, it's like you put a lid on it
yeah,
and nothing comes out. Yeah.
exactly. So the feeling has to do with what's your mindset for doing things, because we're done with the Newtonian mechanical way of doing work. Just go to
Mhm.
work, drive to work, do the work, the paper, those things. Chat GPT and robots can do them today.
It's true. Jay, that's so true. They
Today
can do
we're
everything. They
interested
can
in
do,
your brains.
yeah.
We're interested in who you are. We're interested
In your
in
emotions,
energy you bring.
in your
We-
feelings. That's
We're
it. In your
interested
feelings. Yes.
exactly in your
So we gotta
authenticity.
say it now. There is none where no, because you can't find feelings in ChatGPT. You will never find feelings in robots. But
Yeah,
human, this is where we
and
want to have, and this is what we want to
it's in
amplify.
your the empathy you bring to the workplace. It's
Mm.
how you do those things that only humans
Yes,
can do, right?
yes.
So
The
it's
empathy, the
it's all of
care.
these things.
Yeah, the care. So it's like, yes, you work hard, you become excellent in your expertise because you want to position yourself. So it takes knowledge. Yeah, we know that. You
Of
can't position
course,
yourself if you're like hollow, empty. No,
yeah,
got to work on that. But you also have to strengthen your inner self, your
exactly.
feelings, your emotions, understand them. Because a lot of time we hide who we are because we don't know who we are.
Absolutely, absolutely. If we don't know who we are, if we don't know what kind of energy do we bring to the room, if we don't deal with this at the level of energy first and then at the level of action next, we
Mhm.
are missing the biggest part, I think, of who we are. Like, we are humans. We are spiritual being
Yeah.
living or having this physical experience. We are not just bodies. I mean, take the body. I mean, we can get deep into this, but maybe the time doesn't allow. But we are more than the body. We are not our names. You are
Mm.
not your job. You are not your body. You are not your degree, your certificate. You are not your name.
No.
Who are you? Ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? What do I want? Who am I? You're going to, when you ask the right questions, you're going to get the
You
right
find the
answer.
answers. Yeah. It's like you always need to start with a conversation with yourself. And the
Yeah,
moment you start having that conversation, then you can have real, authentic conversation with others. But if the with yourself is not there, then there is always something missing. Yeah.
and when you understand yourself, see the potential in understanding others, in leading others. You can't. And this is one of the outcomes of the leadership conclave in Riyadh. It's
Uh-huh.
you can't lead others unless you can lead yourself.
Absolutely. Self leadership. It's the starting point. I agree. So you led yourself, and you are such an incredible example about that. From London to the US to the U. Tell us about your journey. What is it that stand out today when you look back? What do you bring, the
When
wisdom
I,
you bring from that?
yeah, when I look back, I think I wrote, there's a LinkedIn post I wrote a couple of days ago, in fact,
We will
about
share
this.
it. Tell us about it. Mhm.
What stood out is that the for before I get into this information and into executive leadership and into understanding and in working and become Bob Proctor's disciple and flying many times to Toronto to meet him and be
Amazing. Yeah.
trained by him
Mhm.
personally, before that I was doing things. I would get this voice in my head, like when I left the university after 23 years. I mean, I was assistant professor in applied linguistics,
Mm.
and there's
What
this.
university were you doing that? Where?
I was in Bourguiba School
Oh,
in in the ex IBLB. It's called ISLT, the Institut Supérieur des Langues de Tunis. So
incredible.
I was
Incredible.
assistant professor in applied
Uh-huh,
linguistics downtown,
uh-huh,
yeah,
uh-huh.
and but I was happy. I mean, I love teaching. Don't get me wrong, but I was getting this voice. Is that it? Is this all about it now? Is this going to school, grading the papers, giving back to students, la, 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 same thing? And then one day I was sick of that voice, and it was raining heavily, and I was driving my little car back home, and all of a sudden the voice drilling, 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 is that it? Is that it? And then I pulled over. I had a migraine. I was in, and I pulled over and I came out of the car, retching, and then I said, "Okay, that's fine. What is it that you want me to do? I'm ready.
Wow,
Whatever you want, I'm ready
incredible.
for." Yeah.
Huh?
3 days
So
later,
what the voice told you? Yes.
72 hours later, I received an email out of nowhere. Somebody in the US sends me an email and says, "We want you to go to Saudi Arabia to be our director there." And I said, "Excuse," I thought it was scam. And I said, "What is it? I don't
Who
have
are you?
experience
Yeah.
in I have
Mm,
absolutely no experience in management or anything." And then there is this guy who says, "No, no, no, we know, we want you." And then
incredible.
I end up um, being promoted 5 times before I even set a foot in Saudi Arabia. I went
Incredible.
to US to do this training, with that turned out to be a really, really good and legit outfit.
Uh-huh.
And then I was in, and I left. I didn't tell anybody. I left my government job.
Mm.
If I said to anyone I'm leaving my government job, 2008 was
People will tell you it's crazy. Yes.
global financial
National
crisis. People were leaving the GCC to go back to their countries, and
Mm.
here I am. I'm doing the
You're doing
opposite.
the opposite. Mm.
Yeah. So fast
You were
forward,
bold, but you
I
followed
went.
your call.
Sorry.
You followed your calling.
Exactly. It's that thing that, so fast forward, it's your intuition. And that's one of the things we teach. Our intuition is a mental faculty.
It
When we
is.
pray, we speak to God. When God speaks to us, it's through that intuitive voice, those
Absolutely.
intuitive messages.
Absolutely. Yes.
لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. If God put the seed in your heart that you are meant for something,
No,
it
yeah.
means you are
You have
capable
the
of
ability to
doing.
do
You
it.
are ready for it. Don't second guess yourself. The
Incredible.
only problem is we are not taught to follow our intuition or to follow this voice. We just dismiss it, push it under the carpet, say, "No, it was just a little hunch. It's not logical. It's not rational. How is it that I leave my university professor job for a 1 year woohoo contract, in the middle of what's
Something
in
you don't even know what it is. Yeah. That's
And there
incredible.
I am. I
That's how
quit
it
my
started.
job
Mm.
and I go on a 1 year contract. And it turns out to be one of the best experiences in my life. And
Mm.
I have this thing about listening to that intuitive voice. So
Absolutely.
later on, you understand that how that happens, and that it's your calling, and that you need to trust it. And that's
You
some
need to
of
hear it also, and you need to act on it when it comes. Like,
true.
don't stop. And that's incredible. This is like, there are some miracle moments that we need to just be aware of, and that they do happen. And when they happen, just grab them. And I think this is such a beautiful story that really brings hope to everyone, because often we're like, yeah, but how do I do it? I have no connection. I'm far away. Da, da, da. But then you don't know where it comes from. There's just, it shows up when you're ready to receive it.
Exactly. So one of the things that kept nagging, I mean, the other voice will immediately come. "Oh, how are you going to do it? And this is not safe, not secure. And they don't even have French speaking schools for your kids. Where are your schools going to be? There are no French speaking schools in Riyadh." And da 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 da. We are talking about the heydays of 2007,
Uh-huh.
8.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I said,
I'll figure it out.
there is something, when we get there, we will figure it out. We'll have, and it gets figured out. And the French
It
school was
does.
there, and the Moroccan lady was very helpful in the French school in Riyadh, and
Incredible.
oh my God, I mean, when you, the roadmap, the solution, the answer, the way will not be shown until you make that step. You make that decision to say, yeah, I'm in.
Go.
You
Yeah.
start putting that first foot in front of you. Until then, nothing is going. If you want the whole roadmap to be fully mapped out in front of you, uh, you know you are stuck in paralysis by analysis. You are analyzing
That's true.
everything to be ready before you step in, and it doesn't happen that way. So the ladies who are into, I want to be perfectionist, I want the
Yeah, that's
perfect
not
answer
true.
and the perfect solution, that doesn't
No, that's just a way of hiding something, saying, I'm scared, I don't want to do anything.
we know it's fear based,
It
so
is.
yes. Yeah.
That's beautiful. This is such a delight to talk with you. We can stay here forever, but we are up with our time. Thank you so much for this incredible exchange and story. And your story is such an incredible inspiration to follow our lead, to follow our calling, to follow our intuition. It's just so beautiful. Thank you. Would you like to say one last thing about your take on leadership before we close?
I'll conclude with this: is the more you get to know yourself and invest in knowing yourself, the more it's going to show in opportunities, in circumstances, conditions, people who are going to lift you up into leadership. So
Mm,
the journey is self leadership, the journey is inward. When you are in that place of calmness of mind, when you are in that place of clarity of goals, when you are in that place of unshakable confidence with the resources you have, I'm not talking about a perfect state of unshakable confidence, but with the resources you have, when you are in that place where you are confident about how far you've come, what you've done, and so on and so forth, you can be sure that doors will open. But if you want the answer, the solution, the opportunity before you do that, you could be waiting. Because so get going at knowing yourself,
mm.
get going at investing in knowing who you are, in knowing your potential, your strengths, knowing and nurturing. So knowing, and that's
And
the
nurturing.
gist of continuous learning. It's
Beautiful.
continuing to develop no matter where you are. I get people who are CEOs, CFOs, CSOs, some are already millionaires, and they want the next level up, they want the next goal, they want the next
There's always
quantum
one
leap.
less level. That's true. That's true. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being with us today. And we'll see you soon in another episode. Thank
Bye.
you. Okay.